Could Jaxson Dart be the next Lamar Jackson? We're going to react to what everybody's talking about on Giants social media about Jaxson Dart being the best quarterback ever on this advanced analytic that I want to talk about on today's show. But first, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are on our way to 76,000 subscribers. And we're doing it for the one and only Chris Snee. So if you love the Giants and you want free videos every single day, go down right now and hit that subscribe button. Welcome into Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for being here. Rookie minicamp wrapped up over the weekend for Big Blue, and there has been a lot of talk about Jaxson Dart and how good he looked. We put out a reaction to rookie minicamp on the channel. Go check that out if you haven't. But on today's video, I want to talk about the SPS, the Star Predictor score from a company that issues grades all the way dating back to 2003, and they gave the highest grade they ever have for the Giants' new quarterback, Jaxson Dart. As you can see on screen, this is what it is. The Brainy Ballers, brainyballers.com. Jaxson Dart scored a 100 Star Predictor score. The SPS grade, we'll refer to it as that the remainder of the show, which ranks first out of 327 quarterbacks since 2003. A new top SPS prospect. And as you can see, some other quarterbacks that have been graded out extremely high by the Brainy Ballers. They're saying the SPS grades range from 0 to 100, with 100 indicating the highest likelihood of career success based on fantasy points. So we'll talk about that. Lamar Jackson as well as Jalen Hurts both receiving 99 grades. Ben Roethlisberger a 98. Patrick Mahomes a 96 with Deshaun Watson right there as well. Cam Newton a 95. Kyler Murray a 93. Josh Allen a 93 as well, with Drew Brees back with the San Diego Chargers a 92. And it was Russell Wilson, the next quarterback on that list. And here's a screenshot of their side. I just wanted to go and look at some other players that have gotten high grades, and you could see ones, and there's some that aren't 100% accurate. Like a guy like Kyle Pitts. He was a super freak athlete entering the NFL, but he hasn't found his footing yet. But there's also been some nice hits that people weren't talking about as well, going all the way back to Darren McFadden. Justin Fields on this list, so not a high hit as well on that one. And just some information from their site saying this when asked, what is the SPS score? Built as a prospect scouting tool aimed at maximizing investment potential while minimizing risks when drafting rookies in fantasy football. Saw us on Twitter, wanted to talk about it. Wanted to make it clear, this is a fantasy football type of grade and score to try to tell you which rookies you should go and look at. I'm not sure if it's a dynasty draft, because I think it should be, because I wouldn't draft Jaxson Dart all that high this year. I don't think he's going to play that much. But it is interesting that some of these players that they've given high scores have turned out to be really good down the road in the NFL. So we got that going for us. It doesn't mean that Jackson is going to be the next Lamar Jackson, but what it does mean, in my opinion, is people that have had some hits before, and these are the top quarterbacks and some other quarterbacks on this list that I want to take a look at. He stacks up with some of these guys in the star type of ability. There's some hits, no doubt about it. Deshaun Watson, he fell a little bit in the first round. You look at guys like Matt Forte, who wasn't an extremely high draft pick. Like, they've had a good track record, and I don't know if they're going back and tweaking the analytics or whatever it is, but they've had their hits, but they've also had their misses. Guys like Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel, not all that good. They knew Phillip Rivers and Carson Wentz didn't work out. Anthony Richardson, not working out. Blaine Gabbert, not working out. Jameis Winston. So, for their hits, they do have misses as well. And at the end of the day, what does this mean? This means that Jaxson Dart has some tools and some things about him that kind of just paint the picture that he has some star capability in this league when it comes to his running ability with his legs, ability to make plays on the run, and being someone that wants to throw the ball down the field. I think anytime you're being compared to someone like Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, it's usually a good thing, especially when it's not your own organization comparing you to Josh Allen. But it just gives some hope. And we're desperate at this point, let's be honest. And it's nice to have people outside of Giants fans and outside of 1925 Drive believing that Jaxson Dart can be a player in this league. Like, people aren't looking at this pick like, oh, the Giants again. Only the boneheads think he's the next Daniel Jones. It's exciting to see that someone that's had some hits in the past, say Jaxson Dart, not only is in that same class, but actually ahead of them, getting the highest SPS score of any quarterback. Ashton Genty also got 100 this year, so they're giving out, I guess, more hundreds overall for the 2025 draft. But it's exciting, and I'm ready to play some football on Sundays and potentially see Jaxson Dart playing some football. I don't know when it's going to happen. Ideally, it doesn't happen at all this year. That means Russell Wilson won a lot of games, but I think we might see him towards the tail end of the season. If you're excited for that, a new quarterback under center, looked good at rookie minicamp. That was exciting. Brian Daboll and him are in the honeymoon phase. That's real cute. If you're hyped up about Jaxson Dart, hit that thumbs up icon and go ahead and get his rookie jersey. He was wearing 6 this past weekend at rookie minicamp. You can get his jersey today. Not official, he said. Want to see how he looks in the jersey, but you can get it chatsports.com/Dart. That's chatsports.com/Dart. And also, Abdul Carter was wearing 51 at rookie minicamp. You can get his jersey today. Not sure if they're going to ship out the 51s yet. Haven't seen them on the site, but chatsports.com/Carter, as well as chatsports.com/Dart. Once you buy those jerseys, they're going to send them out with the jersey numbers that they pick, and it's official. So, yeah, support the show, support the sponsor. From Jaxson Dart being compared to some MVP candidates, let's talk about who the Giants might play in week 1. We know it's not going to be the Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles, because for the first time in a long time, the Eagles and the Cowboys are going to play opening week in the NFL, and it's going to be the first game of the season. That first Thursday, the Cowboys will play the Philadelphia Eagles. I think I heard Chase Sr. say they haven't played since 2000, so it's been a long time since that, and thank goodness it's just not the Giants and Cowboys week 1 for like the 55th time in my 30-year-old life. I'm excited about that, which means this is who the Giants might play, and we're looking at a limited list at this point, and it's exciting because before you know it, NFL Week 1 will be here. Shout out to Nerding on NFL on Twitter. He was the one that made this graphic. And with the Cowboys and Eagles obviously playing each other in Week 1, they cannot be teams that the Giants will play. And the Kansas City Chiefs, as well as Los Angeles Chargers, reports that they could be playing in Brazil in Week 1. So that eliminates a couple of teams. And you could see who the teams the Giants might end up playing. And thoughts about in my head when I was scripting this show is, do the Giants want to play a really good team week 1, or they want to get an easy win? And kind of what I settled on is, let's go beat someone we're not supposed to week 1, and let's save easy teams like the Raiders and the Patriots and the Saints and the Broncos for a little bit later potentially in the season. The team I want to play the most week 1 is the Green Bay Packers. And look, I think they're a little bit overrated. I think Jordan Love is a little bit overrated. I have some question marks about their offensive line. I think they have solid depth at the receiver position, but no standout wide receiver 1. And I don't think they're going to be able to block the Giants in week 1. And Jordan Love is a quarterback that has not played well under pressure throughout his career. He is known for turning the ball over and sometimes having a little bit too much effort. My guy's down there somewhere. If you can get after Jordan Love, I think you could steal one against the Green Bay Packers. I also wouldn't mind playing the Washington Commanders week 1. Like, let's just get it on. I know they're riding high, just getting to the NFC Championship, and they made a trade for a star tackle and Laramie Tunsil. They went out and they got Deebo Samuel. I don't know. It's Washington. Yeah, they're good. They're talented. They're very beatable as well, in my opinion. And I know everyone wants to talk about Jaden Daniels as the next MVP of this league. Let's see how he plays in year 2 when there's a year of film on him, and he's got to play against these teams now with actual game plans to stop him and slow him down. I think he's going to be really good, but we've seen in the past quarterbacks take a step back in year 2, most recently C.J. Stroud. I also wouldn't mind playing the Chicago Bears at all. I know they retooled their offensive line this offseason. Well, let's put it to the test. 2 storied franchises, the Chicago Bears playing the New York Giants. Let's see if they can block us. Let's see if we can get pressure on them. And I'd like to see Caleb Williams early on. I'm expecting him to still be a really good player in this league. Let's get him early before they start rolling potentially this year. As well as give me the Niners. Like, I know the Niners are a team that everyone's looking at it. They got the shield, the brand, and they won so many games over the past couple of years. They weren't good last year. They weren't. The team's getting older. I like Brock Purdy. I don't love Brock Purdy. I have question marks about the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. I actually might put them second on this list as I'm talking about this out loud. And we've seen the Niners struggle early in NFL seasons before. So I'm cool with that matchup. Some history between these two organizations as well. I think that one could be fun, and let's make it a Sunday. The Giants play them actually at home. So give me a Sunday at 1 p.m. at MetLife, and let's go beat the 49ers. Last team who I would like to play is the Denver Broncos. I would definitely put the Niners at number 2 if I was redoing this list. I don't think they're as good as advertised. Their wide receivers are questionable. Like Brandon Ayuk is still hurt. They don't have Debo anymore. Ricky Pearsall might be their wide receiver 1. Yeah, I might move the Niners to the number 1 overall team on this list. Denver Broncos as well is a team that I would feel cool with. Probably a sizable gap from the 4th team to the 5th team. Because I think the Giants are going to beat the Broncos, and they're going to beat the Raiders. I think they're going to beat the Patriots. I think they're going to beat the Saints. And I would like for those 4 wins to come a little bit later in the season, but I'm also cool with starting 1-0 and getting this thing going. My question to you is, who do you want the New York Giants to play in Week 1? You know it's not the Cowboys. You know it's not the Eagles. You know it's not the Chargers. And you know it's not the Chiefs. So give me a team that you want them to play. The Commanders, the Packers, Niners, Eagles, Bears, Lions, Saints, Raiders, Broncos, or potentially the New England Patriots. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Same handle over on Instagram. And make sure you're subscribed to our New York Knicks channel. We're going to be live for tonight's game. Just type in Knicks now at Chat Sports, Marshall Green Knicks. It'll come up as well. And join us for a watch party. And come on, give me a dub. Give me a dub. We'll put a video out tomorrow morning on the channel as well. So subscribe, turn those notifications on, and we'll see you later.